Alright, what's up, Fearless Horsepower? It's been way too long since I've uploaded, but we got a great how I did to video. So this is the problem. This is what happened. Flex plate in this transmission completely cracked the center out. Crack, 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 crack. It's just all tore the fuck out. Chunk gone, whatever the fuck. So let me show you how I did it without removing the transmission or the engine. So, didn't disconnect the drive shaft right here. We disconnected it at the diff, I disconnected it at the diff, dropped it. One sec. Disconnected it at the diff, dropped it. Took this little rubber thing that goes in between here and here so it could slide back on that easily. Took that out. Left one of the transmission cross member sides all bolted up right here, and then unbolted the other side, so that way it gave me enough slack to get the angle I needed to get off the pins. So when I say pins, I don't know if everyone's has it, but what made it really hard were these little pins right there. These little pins, it was stuck on. I don't know if you can see that little silver thing behind the bolt. The bolts are what I use to slide it back so I can realign it pretty easily. Got everything out and cracked open. You don't have to take, for a Chevy 2500, you don't have to take the muffler all the way off. I'm taking as least amount of shit off as possible. Took off this side completely out of the way. This side doesn't need to be taken out. I took out this little side thing that mounts up to the muffler to the side of the transmission. Keep the bolts up in there and there. Let's go to the other side. It was not that bad, and a lot of people said you had to disconnect a whole bunch of extra shit that you didn't. I didn't disconnect anything on this side of the transmission, and we're still slid back enough. All it was muffler, starter, one side of your transmission cross member, and the rear end of your drive shaft. That's all it took. Take note, try not to drop the drive shaft out of there unless you want to replace transmission fluid. Now would be a good time when doing your flex plate to do your rear main seal, just to update that so it's not a problem under your driving, at least for a few years. Yeah, so new flex plate, new starter, brand new starter, going in, and that's kind of where I'm at right now. Basically, I just got to get that little plate off right there, this little round thing, and then put in the new flex plate. I'll show you the new flex plate. So, big difference. You can tell that's been in there since the truck was put together. It looks like new, heavier duty plate, a little bit thicker. I just got to get this silver thing, this alignment type thing that aligns the flex plate or something, I guess. I got to get that one off on the inside of there. You can see I pulled back this cowl right here. I think that's what it's called, little plastic underlayment cover part shit for the water. But right there, I used this so I could use a flashlight and I could see the top of the transmission. And then another way you can see the top of the transmission, and where your bolts are at least, is if you come back here with a flashlight. There's 1, 2, 3, 4 bolts up here. All two different sizes up there. But yeah, didn't even have to disconnect a lot of shit. We're almost done. So that's it. Goodbye, Fearless Horsepower, for now.